all stupid up in here!
Right here.
Featuring Eric,
Eric, he is a bad, bad man.
Special K,
The big red K.
Are you threatening me?
I'm waiting for you.
and Sam.
I am a wuss! I am a wuss!
You've waited long enough. How the heck do you pronounce this woman's name?
Roula, and
Ding dong.
Ryan. 104.1 KRBE.
Good morning.
Good morning,
everybody.
Houston, Texas. It's Monday, August 14th of 2023. It is 6:01 a.m. And the gang is here. And for a lot of people, Roula, Ryan, Eric, Special K, and Sam are kicking off another school year for you.
Yep.
Whoa. I know as kids are trying to get together with their new school schedule, it's been maybe a fast summer for a lot of people. Like, wow, where'd the summer go? It's over. There are some schools that we've already talked about the last couple of weeks have already in. They've already been in. But this is the week it starts kicking off for everybody.
Mm-hmm. I think
And HISD
HISD
goes like the next week or the week and a half later.
they're like the last to join, I believe.
They
I
are.
think August 28th, I believe.
Well, my kid, they start today.
Oh, what grade?
Seventh grade, yeah.
Ooh, this is a big one.
The 28th, though, that's deep in
I
August.
feel like
that's
that's
much
late.
better.
Yeah.
I liked that. When I was a kid, it was always after Labor Day.
Yeah.
These poor kids in Texas.
You'd watch the Jerry Lewis Labor Day telethon, and then the
I don't
next
know about
day
that, but-
you had to go back to school.
It only went off like 1956.
Yeah, unless you were a 70-year-old man, right, when you were a kid.
No, I mean, it literally went off the air like 12 years ago.
I'm just saying, I don't care if it's on. I'm not going to watch it as a kid.
Yeah, my parents, we didn't have a TV. We only had one TV in our household. Mom and Dad
Grandparents
were
would watch
watching
that
that.
crap. I was like, oh, this is...
Yeah, we had no choice. We had
Ed
one.
McMahon.
Sam, have you ever heard of that? Sam, have you ever heard of the Jerry Lewis Labor Day telethon ever?
Negative.
Yeah.
He did a great thing. He raised a lot of money.
Yeah, he raised millions to eradicate this disease. But yeah, we grew up in a one TV household.
Do you remember the disease, though? If it was on that many years, I didn't remember it. but I'm
muscular
asking.
dystrophy?
And
You used
first time I
to
ever heard of it.
Yeah, actually.
Oh, yeah.
He had these little kits, and every year he'd try and get people to like do their own little carnival, like I don't know, like a fundraiser, and we did it at our house. So yeah, I remember that.
And this isn't an age before celebrities were accessible at all. There wasn't even like an Entertainment Tonight when this thing started. So for people to see celebrity Sam, this very famous comedian Jerry Lewis, you've heard of him, have you?
No, there's no way.
There's no way.
Yep. He was best friends with Paul.
Okay, anyway.
Paul Walker?
Jerry Lewis
Paul
was a
Furious?
really huge deal. And because everyone loved him and he was so funny, he put together this giant telethon with all these celebrities. And they would like sing, and there were skits, and there were stories about kids with muscular dystrophy and their families and the struggle and all the things. And it's the only way you could really see celebrities when it's not some event where celebrities were. Because there was no other access to celebrities.
Gotcha.
And that's why it became such a big deal. And it became like a staple for NBC, I think it was. I can't remember. But anyway, that's what that was. And I haven't heard that phrase in forever.
Yeah, it only went away
Labor
like
Day
7 years
telethon.
ago.
Then it used to be you go to high school, and then like the MTV Awards show would be on like the week later. Mm-hmm. I remember that.
VMAs.
The VMAs.
The VMAs were a big deal back then. I don't know if they are now.
They used to be. And then there was a complete like window where it was like almost ridicule that it was on. And then it had like a little bit of resurgence, and I don't really know what to expect with it. So remember, there's a writer's strike, there's a director's strike, there's an actor's strike. So there's not much to the VMAs this year other than a bunch of like, hey, here's Madonna from 1980 when she surprised us all with a wedding dress singing like a virgin. I don't know what they're going to do. Like throw back to the old performances. I don't know. Can I tell you guys that just like the night before the first day of school, we've all lived that many times over. You know, you always have like those nerves, or you can't sleep, or you don't know what's wrong with you. Like you could have gone to bed and you've just been laying in bed and you just can't wind down. And then finally you fall asleep and it's time to wake up.
Yep.
Yeah. It wasn't my first day of school, but y'all, I was like cackling, crying, laughing last night, and my husband kept saying like, stop it, you have to go to sleep, come on, what are you doing? Like I was waking up my husband laughing because I was looking on Instagram. Why did I do this to myself? I was getting like reels, like my friend had sent me this one reel, and then it just started from there, and it was like bad Star Spangled Banner.
And how late is this?
Star Spangled Banners. Oh my God, it was way too late, Ryan. It was way too late.
See, this is why Ryan says don't put TVs in your bedroom. Don't put your phone in there. That's worse.
No, I know. You're not supposed to be looking at your phone before you go to bed.
Yes, but most everybody does. And it's this one guy. I don't know where he is. I mean, this guy was probably doing like the national anthem for some like school tiny town school. I mean, we're talking like nobodies. You would never find this, but Instagram's got it. And this guy was messing up the words, but he was doing it with such like confidence. He was doing it with such confidence. There was like zero pause in how he's screwing it up. He just kept saying, and the Red Rockets were there.
People are like,
and the Red Rockets
bunch of
were there.
bombs in the air.
And the best thing is the comments is what made me cackle, because one guy goes, I don't know about anything else, but y'all best be sure those MF Red Rockets were there. Like, it was just,
Red Rockets.
I don't know. I mean, the comments of all these videos just kill me. And then like these old ladies come up from some praise reel where they're like, you best be careful because the devil's got in the payphone and he's calling 911 to the devil.
Oh, the gorilla's on
and
the
I'm
medicine
like,
again.
oh God.
Yeah, I guess you had to see it. Yeah. I feel like I have now.
It was just these random stupid reels that I was going through. And then my niece, who's 14, I texted her. And then she calls me. I mean, I call her, and all we're doing is laughing so hard on the phone when I'm even talking, because she can't wake up her dad, my brother.
And this is why you're sleep deprived.
Yeah.
Yes. Why did I go down that rabbit hole, guys? I've not done that ever. But I decided to go down that rabbit hole at 11 o'clock on a Sunday night. Anyway,
That's not smart.
I might, but it just happens. You tell me you don't check your phone before you go to sleep.
No,
You just go
because
straight to
Ryan
sleep.
reported that you can't see the blue light 30 minutes before you go to bed.
You're not supposed to.
You're supposed to set it
I
aside.
look at
and
my
so-
phone, Roula. You're not alone.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
I'll tell
what
you,
are you guys
I started-
crazy?
fine.
I honestly have started sleeping a lot better not playing with that phone right before I go to bed.
Me too.
I mean, it really does make a big difference. If you just go old school and grab a paper book and try and read that before you go to bed instead of just, because I mean, we all are guilty of it.
And then I get up and try to get the
going down
lights
rabbit
off.
hole.
Yeah.
And then you got, right after the
No,
Jerry Lewis
you know
telethon
what you
is
do?
over, then you get your paper book and you go to
don't
sleep.
try and make me sound like I'm like ancient for
That guy
that.
is-
I mean,
you can't
any
zoom
doctor
it.
will tell you that it's real. I know it's hilarious. If you ever see like a little kid and they're looking at a book, they try and like grab the page and take their fingers and make the print
I'm sure
go
you're
bigger.
wearing one of those Ebenezer Scrooge hats too when you're doing this.
Yeah.
Watching the Jerry Lewis reruns.
Oh dear God, I did not. You made me sound like I'm 100 years old.
like
Well, you just
telephone
did.
that telephone went out the air 8
That you
years
wear?
ago, and I'm just saying that we had no choice in the matter growing up because my parents would watch
And
it.
slippers. You wear
right.
slippers to bed.
I do
too,
not wear
right?
slippers to bed.
See, that's how you can just blow the candle out easy.
Yeah.
And also,
Yeah,
can we
keep
make
it
a note
close
that
by.
Special K just admitted that whatever Ryan says in the news, he
yeah.
is following.
Yes,
Hey, don't
definitely.
listen to me. Listen to a little thing called science. Doesn't let you down usually.
You know what? Science tells me a lot of things, Ryan. Science tells us a lot of things, and we just don't stick to it all the time because we're not perfect humans. So, sorry, I'm checking my phone before I go to bed. And I got the bad
See the
national anthems.
Wildfire. Or that fire we had.
It's
Oh my
really,
God.
really
That's
sad.
another thing that started me, Eric. Those fires really kind of started me because I want to see what the news was.
Have you
like,
seen-
what's,
are you
what's
guys-
big has happened?
Are y'all getting
in
inundated
Hawaii.
with that one story about the people that watered their house and that one standalone house that didn't burn down? You've not seen that?
Yeah, the yellow house.
Was it yellow?
And
it was big, but
before he evacuated, he sprayed it down, but
Soaked
that's
it
it.
down.
Just soaked it. I guess that's all it took.
Did he do it in like fire gel or something? I bet he had like some kind of fire gel.
I did not say that there was
No.
any fire gel. He
What
just
part?
said he got the hose
We're
out.
oh God, let me. Well, when we go to break,
I
whatever, I'll
can't
look for
pronounce the
story.
name of the town that was destroyed. I have not watched enough news.
The
in
LAHNI, something
Yes,
like that.
lo-
But it's the worst natural disaster that they've ever had. It's the worst fire they've ever had.
I was also talking about the one we had here last night.
Oh yeah, in
Oh, the
Cyprus?
mulch
Yeah.
fire.
The mulch place. Is
100
it
fire
still
trucks.
going?
Yeah.
That's what I don't know. I just wondering if you guys
I
heard.
believe it is.
Last night, like 8 hours ago, there was 100 fire trucks out there trying to.
Well,
mulch
as of
fire.
Yeah,
as of
I mean,
11 o'clock last night on my
highly
Instagram
flammable.
reels, that
Did
it
you
was
see that
still
on there?
showing that they were. Yeah, it was coming through there that had happened, but it hadn't shown that it was finished being put out. 37530, guys. Tell us if you live near there. What'd you see? What'd you smell?
It's on the
And is it
5800
still
block
going?
of Crawford. Let's see. There are approximately 100 firefighters there. 100 firefighters taking care of this thing. Officials did not elaborate on how the fire began, but said arson does plan to conduct an investigation.
Of course.
So Hawaii's
Hawaii's
Maui
so
fire
awful.
is now the deadliest in modern U.S. history, according to USA Today. So there's a lot of news you may have missed if you were head down trying to get ready for the school year, or just trying to grab those last days of summer, which I think some people were really
The
trying to do
dog
that.
days of summer? Is that what you're trying to say?
Oh yes,
That's
it
our
is
theme
the
this week
dog
for the station?
Days of summer
Yep.
with the heat. It's really ridiculous.
Going to help some
so-
shelters out this week, try and get people to
Absolutely.
adopt. Kevin, you have a group coming in today, right?
Yeah, we have special pals coming in from the Katy area.
Oh, yay.
Which is a no-kill shelter.
I love that.
Sweet. We got a mod in the mystery box, even better.
Oh, Mod.
That's 740 this morning.
Oh, Mod.
Now, Mod, if you want to make a donation to Special Pals,
Yeah, will that get me out? I'll
yep,
give them.
$300.
Okay,
wow.
well, I'll pass on that. It's my birthday this weekend. But I'll go volunteer. I'll do whatever. I know you guys are going to get me back for
Are you
every
trying to
weird
play the
thing.
birthday card to get out of the mystery box?
Yes, I am.
It's pretty sad.
Well, hey.
Well respected because we'd all do that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
You can't put me in the mystery box. It's my birthday in 6 days.
Yeah, that doesn't work. If anything, on this show, it's more of a reason to go in it. You need to learn that, Ahmad.
So I could get Crocs. Well, I'd take my Crocs. Special K,
Oh
I
my
think
God,
he
yes.
threw those in the landfill or something.
I feel like Booster is actually using the Crocs and living a glorious life, and Special K is not telling anyone that.
Oh, yeah, and he's playing it off like he doesn't like them.
Oh yeah,
then
Booster's
he wears
like,
them once in a
"These
while, like when no one's
Crocs
around."
are amazing.
He's shaking his head in contempt.
Yeah, but you know what he does.
No.
Yeah.
He really hates Crocs.
Making some salmon
All right.
in those Crocs. He's like, yeah.
Making some salmon, really?
I can
That
see
kind of
that.
sounds disgusting. Why do I visualize the salmon in the Crocs?
I
No.
will say what we have in the mystery box is worse than that.
Yep.
It's way worse.
Okay, that's at
my
7:40 this
gosh.
morning. Coming up next in Celebrity Scoop, Harry Styles is being accused of something bad, very, very bad when it comes to a specific portion of his fan base. We'll get into that. Here's your weather for today.
All right, so it looks like we're going to continue that streak. This should be day number 16 of over 100 degrees. We're looking to break that record from 2011. I hope we don't break that. It's like we might get some rain later in the week, but today it looks like a high of 103. Right now it's 82 degrees and 6:13 on the Roula and Ryan Show.
I'm pleased to introduce Roula and Ryan's Celebrity Scoop.
On KRBE.
All right, two things. We just played Luke Combs' Fast Car, and if you are not aware of Luke Combs, he just won Entertainer of the Year for the second year in a row at the Country Music Awards. That song is a remake of Tracy Chapman's Fast Car, and he said the reason he decided to redo it, and now it's at the top of the charts, is because when he was a kid, his dad had an old truck. And the truck had a cassette player in it, and his dad would play all these different kinds of songs. 80s songs, soul songs, all this stuff, reggae songs. And he would drive around in this old truck with his dad in this cassette player, and those are some of the best memories he has with his dad. So as soon as he got old enough to get a guitar, one of the first songs he tried to learn how to play was Tracy Chapman's Fast Car. And so now that he's a huge country superstar, he was like, you know what? I am redoing that song because it brings back all these great memories of him and his dad in that old truck with a cassette player driving around. And now it's brought him and Tracy Chapman lots of money shooting to the top of the charts once again.
Have y'all done anything like that? Like, I have a playlist. It's called Dad's Favorites. My dad's been gone for almost 19 years now. And I have this playlist. Whenever I'm feeling nostalgic, I'll just put it on Dad's playlist. And I listen to all the songs that we used to listen to in the car, sitting in the back seat.
My dad listened to
Takes
farm
me
radio, so I have to go listen to the farm report. That sounds fun.
Well, I'm not
listening
saying
to
do that.
country. He's listening to
Record right now.
Grace.
We're up the prices of $267, and
But have any
Radio
of y'all-
Trady over here with the
Yeah.
Rouse.
Have any of y'all ever gotten nostalgic and played mom and dad's music?
Kevin's dad played piano, so I assume it's all Billy Joel in your house.
There's definitely Billy Joel, but he was a huge fan of the Beatles. He has every single Beatles record that ever came out. He still has them up there in his living room, and every once in a while he'll pop it on the turntable.
Listen to this kid.
You get a good White Album on there.
Oh, I like that.
By the way, speaking of your dads and feeling nostalgic, I can't relate with the music because my dad listened to Greek music that was really old school, but I can relate to television. All my television watching came from sitting with my dad, and my dad loved to watch Westerns, and for some reason when I was growing up, Westerns were like the thing that was on, even though they were repeats from like the 50s, and I was scrolling the different channels yesterday to see like what else is on after the Astros game. Unfortunately, we lost 2-1. Stinkers. It's bomb.
Yeah.
And I'm like, God, what else is on? I got to cleanse the palate now. I'm so annoyed we lost. And there was an old show, and I don't remember what the record is that it holds. I think for a while it was holding like the longest running show in the history of television. It was called Gunsmoke. And I saw it on the grid of the chart of the television shows. And I go, am I crazy enough to click that just to see what my dad used to watch? And when I saw what the title, like the subject matter was about some outlaw and whatever, I just like, no, I'm not that bored.
Wasn't it? It was about
I'm not
a
that
sheriff whose best friend was a prostitute, Miss Kitty.
Like she was a madam from a saloon.
Yeah, I think so. I think that was it. That was the
Okay,
premise
so
of the
anyway,
show.
I did not click Gunsmoke, but if I ever really wanted to get close to my dad, I just watch a whole bunch of old westerns like Bonanza and Gunsmoke and things like that
I
my
told
dad
you
grew
to
up with when
watch
he came here.
Watch River Wild on Netflix. That's pretty fun. That's a good movie.
It's a western?
No, it's not. But I mean, I'm just saying.
Isn't
if
the
you're,
whole movie?
No, well, River Wild. It's just
That's the
it's
one I'm
new on
thinking
Netflix.
with Kevin Bacon. where he's
River
the bad guy.
runs wild.
No.
The river runs through it is what you're thinking.
No, this is
Kevin.
new. It just came out. I think it's number 3 or 4 on Netflix's top 10, but it's really good.
Anyone see that?
Well, I'll tell you. Okay.
Gal Gadot.
Gal Gadot,
Heart
Gal
something.
Gadot.
Heart of Stone or something.
No.
I haven't seen
I
it.
watched Johnny Football
Got bad
this
reviews.
weekend.
Did you
Roula.
watch it, Sam?
Yeah,
What do you think?
I was
What'd you
waiting
think?
for Mark to watch it with me, my husband. It was really good.
It was good.
It was so good.
Yeah, for those that missed that on Friday, I said very shocking statement. Newbies coming back to the Rule and Range over the school year. I said that
On Wednesday.
A&M. It was Wednesday. Sorry, I said that A&M football is what it is nationally because Johnny Football made it that way. And if you watch that, it's called Untold, right, Sam? Not Unleashed. It's
It's
Untold.
Untold.
Yeah.
The Netflix series Untold about Johnny Manziel. It's pretty interesting because the
really
first year in the
interesting.
SEC they had him. And anyway, leave your comments below. But speaking of Netflix, one more thing before I get into this Harry Styles story. I never watch things right when they come out, and I did not realize that I was like probably the first person as soon as Painkiller hit Netflix to turn it on and watch it. Painkiller is about the Sackler family, which I never heard of the Sackler family, but I guess on the East Coast everyone knows them because they've bought all these giant halls and they've named all these big museum corridors after themselves, like at Harvard and all these big like the Guggenheim and all these things because of all their money. But their money came from creating OxyContin, which we all know now is basically heroin wrapped in a pill. And it just
It's
shows.
worse. It's worse, Roula. And
I mean, how much worse can it be than calling it heroin wrapped in a pill? It's
because
a pill form of heroin.
It's designed.
That's what it is.
They intentionally made this to get people addicted, and they knew it, and they lied about it. It's the same exact thing. They did a series called Dope Sick about a year and a half ago, and I told you that was really good with Michael Keaton, and this is the same story. And it's really
Uzo
good.
Aduba is what captivated me on the first episode of this show. I was not, me, I love to go to the last episode and say, well, what is this? I don't have time to waste.
That
Just
is
watch
the
the
most
last episode of
insane
this.
thing I've ever heard.
I know.
Like, that's almost serial killer insane.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
weird.
Yeah, you're just giving away the whole ending.
Who does that?
Does it ruin it for you? Like you want Suits? You go Suits.
Why would
Seven
you-
seasons?
Can this
now I
be
know how
your
it ends.
spotlight, Roula?
It is my spotlight.
That's your spotlight.
The
Then
reason I
kept
do that
coming
is
in
because
saying
I don't
you're a
have.
serial killer.
I know, serial killer level to just watch the last episodes. Not if it's something I'm really interested in, Kevin. If it's something like everyone's talking about this show, I haven't gotten on board. You know what actually sparked this, Kev? Years ago when Breaking Bad was live, when it was new still, and it was going episode by episode, and the country was like riveted, right? They were like, oh my God, it's coming Breaking Bad. I remember being in my house the night the finale was airing, and I was not invested. I did not care to watch this. I didn't even know what channel it was on. And everybody that I follow on Twitter was giving their opinions of this finale.
As it was
and I
going
was
on.
like, well, I go, what? Yeah. And I was like, well, what's so great? What's so crazy about it? So I read what happened in the finale. So I know how it ends. And I'm like, oh, okay. Well, it's fine. I don't care. It doesn't matter with me. Same thing with Ozark. When that came out, I go, everyone's talking about this. Let me just watch the last
Yeah,
episode.
Kevin unfortunately talked about it on the air.
Poor Ruth.
Anyway, let's move along from that and give you this
Oh,
quick
by the
story
way-
about Harry
Yeah,
Styles.
yeah,
By
got
the
2
way, real
minutes to do
quick,
this.
thumbs up, Roula, for Painkiller. This is important. movie
Thumbs
to
up in a
see.
way where it totally petrified me, and I would not take any of my pills that I need for this ankle fusion surgery for 2 days. And none of my pills are OxyContin. But it was so terrifyingly scary because it's real, and the Sackler family is the devil, pretty much.
Evil.
Okay, let me get to this. Harry Styles, excuse me, is the first man. In 2020, he was the first man on the cover of Vogue magazine, and he did it in gender-neutral attire. Maybe y'all forgot this happened because it was 2020 and nobody remembers anything from that year. It's like, what happened? We were home. But he said it was a show of support for the LGBTQ plus community. And Billy Porter, and I don't really know the context as to why the Hollywood Reporter has brought this out. What, Kevin? What?
I don't know
about
how
Billy
he's
Porter?
supporting us by just being on the cover of something androgynous.
But just supporting himself.
That's what
He's
Billy.
supporting
Yeah,
himself. Yeah, he
Billy
puts a
Porter
blouse
says
on.
now. Billy Porter says now. Styles is a white man and he's straight. And that's why he's on the cover. Non-binary, blah, 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 blah. No, it doesn't feel good to me. You are using my community, or your people are using my community to elevate you. You haven't had to sacrifice anything. And the story for the Hollywood Reporter, they say even though it sounds like he's trashing Harry Styles, Billy Porter is more upset at the quote gatekeepers like Vogue and Anna Wintour, who's the editor who controls the Met Gala. He called her the B word, and he says he's doing it. He's just doing it because it's the thing to do. This is politics for me. This is my life. I had to fight my entire life to get to the place where I could wear a dress to the Oscars and not be gunned down. All he had to do was just be a white straight guy who looks good and says, I want to wear these clothes. I can't disagree with him. Can't disagree with him.
Yeah. I mean, Harry Styles has been playing our community for the longest time. So
Is that how everybody views it?
I mean,
come in
Ahmad,
contact with?
You wanna?
Yeah, I mean, Billy Porter said it right. I mean, just because he's a cute white boy, they put him on Vogue and a dress. He's the first man to ever be on the cover of Vogue, and I feel like that was a waste.
Yup.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah, because I remember it was a really big deal when they put Oprah on the cover. She was the first woman of color of anything besides a white lady on the cover of Vogue.
That's insane.
And that was isn't that
is
nuts? And Anna
insane.
Wintour. That's why The Devil Wears Prada is about her.
Yeah.
Miranda Priestley. That's all.
Oh,
Okay.
right.
That's her. Okay, coming up next, we're going to check in with your calls on the listener line. If you've called 713-278-VENT, that is our listener line call number where you
we
might
got
be
some
the star
crazy
of the
ones.
next segment. Crazy ones regarding...
Everything from catching your cheater to Ambien.
Let's hear it next on the Roula and Ryan Show.
Ladies and gentlemen.
It's time to check in with Roula and Ryan's listener line.
You have 912 messages.
Ew. Screw you, clown.
You are a know-it-all, know-nothing. Really?
104.1 KRB.
Yep, that
Well,
number
before we get into that listener line real quick, Ryan, it's a new school year. A lot of people may not know that number to the listener line, how they can be the star of the segments
gonna
on the
give out.
Roula and Ryan Show. Here it is.
713-278-VENT. That is so simple.
Yeah. 8368 on your phone. Happy new school year to you. If today is your first day of school, I know every day this week and next week we're going to get more and more people back joining us again from the summertime because you're getting back in the groove of things. Have a great first day if it's your first day today. All right, what's up first?
Okay, if you missed anything, go to the podcast. We have a lot of people listen, especially people like to chime in during Try It Tuesday. You know, when we put the videos up afterwards and they get
Try
to see.
Tuesday, we try different foods or different
Trends.
products. Trends, things are like, oh, this is butter in your coffee or mayonnaise in your coffee. That
Pig's
sounds
feet. Yeah, well, last
great.
Tuesday, actually a week ago, during the mystery box, Ahmad brought in pig's feet, put them in the box. Eric had to go in the mystery box. That freaked you out.
That was a weird feeling.
Yeah.
I never felt a pig's toe like that.
And then the next day, you had to eat it.
Oh, yeah, that was a twofer.
That was disgusting.
And Eric loved it.
I actually
Eric
did like
seems
it.
to love all the parts of pigs.
I love pig. Bacon, pork, ham.
People liked hearing you eat it.
You guys are doing them trying the pig's feet, and then we hear Ryan say he went 3 knuckles deep, and I started laughing so hard I had to pull over. I had like tears in my eyes. That is why I love you guys. You make us laugh. You can take what should be a tired end of the day and even on your podcast make us laugh. So love you guys. Keep up the good work.
Now, Ahmad, you're going to have to go in that mystery box today.
7:40 this morning.
Yeah.
Oh,
an hour.
gosh. I'm scared you guys are going to get me. I done made y'all eat tongues and feet and lips, so I
Lips,
can only
yeah.
imagine.
We did not go easy on you, I can tell you that.
Yeah, the pig
Oh,
lips,
my
that was a little
God.
weird.
Yeah, of all the things we've had in the mystery box, I've been pretty much a player for, but oh man, those pig lips were rough with those whiskers.
Mm-hmm.
They need a little wax job
But
before we
that's
got
why-
cooked up in there.
That's why you do the
Lips
little
on chips.
Lay's chips. Yeah.
Lips on chips. That's never
Lips
again.
on chips.
Okay, lips on
so
chips. What we had.
Thursday, we had How'd You Catch Your Cheater, and somebody could not get through, and they wanted to leave their story.
So I had a boyfriend who we were dating long distance, and I actually ended up moving out of state to live with him. And whenever he was here to visit me, he would always leave his phone if we went on a date. He's like, oh, yeah, I just want to just devote all my time to you, and I don't need my phone, because he had a lot of rental properties. And he said, oh, I don't want my tenants calling me. And I said, okay. I was like, oh, he's just so sweet and romantic. So I actually left Houston to go move to another state to be with him. And when I got there, he was still like turning his phone off at night. I was like, oh, well, I'm here now. You don't have to do that. Like, do your normal life. Like, answer the phone, deal with your tenants. Like, I just need to acclimate to how things are for you. And then I noticed he had a cousin he was really close with, and he kept ignoring his cousin's phone calls. So one day he was on the sofa and I was behind him, and I watched him put his passcode into his cell phone. I used that same password and put it into his iPad. So he had added this girl that he had been dating under 2 contacts. And when I looked through the photos, there he was the weekend before I moved there with that girl on a date, nudie pictures, everything. Like, it was horrible. I got my tea, so hope it helps somebody.
Yeah, that password, man.
Wow.
People forget all the devices are linked.
It's
Well,
every
people
time.
also forget someone's standing behind them, and they can see it through the window, through the door, behind the couch, from the kitchen, from the living room. Like, you know, if you're you gotta be sneaky. You gotta be all the way sneaky. If you're gonna be sneaky, be all the way sneaky. You know.
I was watching. I saw a meme this week of a plane flying. You know how they have the TV screens in the headrest.
Yeah.
And it showed everyone was watching. I guess the women's championship this weekend, soccer or football, world championship.
Super early.
It
If
just
it was
showed
soccer.
There's another country, but it showed
Yeah.
every TV but one. And this one guy had Lord of the Rings on. Put somebody circled it like, everyone else is into that, but that guy likes Lord of the Rings.
I'm telling you, now that Hijack is out on Apple TV, you've got to watch that. Eric.
On an airplane.
You
Or maybe
will
not.
Love it.
Ryan, maybe
I'll be too
not.
scared
Maybe,
then.
not.
maybe I like flying still, so I won't watch Hijack. How about that?
Yeah,
Okay.
remember the flight when we were going through security?
What happened?
Oh, man.
Yeah, I went
you don't
flying
even
over the
remember.
weekend.
I don't remember.
Oh, man.
What do you mean you don't remember?
You got to tell
We were
everybody the
drunk?
story and not finish it. What is it?
No,
What'd you do?
Kev
Yeah, you can't bring it
It's like,
up.
remember that one time?
No. You're not
Okay,
gonna
let's
remember.
move on.
You remember that one time we went flying together? Yeah. Okay.
Great storyteller there, Sam. Only you went somewhere to learn how to tell stories.
There's a start, middle, and an end.
That one
Well-
was a good ending.
What are you, Chris
What
Farley over
happened?
here?
Did you get
Tell you
stopped? Did you get searched? What
Kev
happened?
kept telling me good luck as I was going through security, and then the TSA was like looking at us like, why? I was like, yeah, I need it. I need the good luck. Like as if I was like sketchy or
Her bag
something.
was taking-
because that's what you
Look,
want. You want to be
look,
sketchy in front of TSA.
Her bag was too big?
No. Real quick, I can tell it in a nutshell. Her bag was taking forever to come through the machine. I got mine. I'm like, all right, bye. Good luck with that. And I said that fairly loud, thinking
Super
afterwards,
loud.
wow, good luck with what? Like, what does she need luck with? Getting her ish through security?
They're going to think she's either got a bomb or drugs.
Trying to smuggle something? That was not the smartest thing to say to her.
Kevin is not good with when you travel with him. If you're not on his same time, he'll leave you.
Yes, I will.
Because he's rushing off to grab a glass of milk.
But security kept looking at me, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to need it. And then I was like, why did I say that? I was like, I'm so sorry.
Now, we learned that
and I
Kevin,
just took my bag and walked away.
we learned that Kevin loves his milk with all sorts of weird foods, and somebody has a recommendation.
Salad.
Kevin, try milk with spaghetti. It goes so good with spaghetti. Also a hamburger.
Ugh.
Absolutely. By all means,
That's
I love
so
to
nasty.
have some Italian dish and a nice glass of cold milk.
Ugh, I'm gonna throw up.
God, that sounds so
Marty's
gross.
feeling a little weird today.
Eric's not feeling well right now. As it
Washes down that salad with the oil and vinegar on it.
oh, God, that's awful.
You're
Oh, my
disgusting.
It's so
That sounds
good. Why do I
dangerous.
love milk so
with
much?
vinaigrette, milk with vinaigrette.
I
Kevin,
just picture
come
that in your
on.
stomach. Sloshy, 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 sloshy.
All right, real quick, an Ambien story for you. This is another cautionary tale about taking Ambien.
When I was working at the hospital, I had went to night shift, so I was having trouble sleeping. So I asked my doctor for Ambien, but I took it and nothing happened. So I took another one. About 30 minutes later, I went to my daughter's school and I took my little dog with me. I guess I was having conversations with the lady at the front, and then on my way home, I remember seeing a tree, or what I thought was a tree, in the middle of the road. And the next day, when I went back to the school, they were telling me, oh, when can I come pick up the dog? And you go, yeah, you were in here yesterday and you sold me your dog. It was a little Yorkie too or something. And I was like, oh, yeah, I changed my mind. I'm sorry. It's not for sale. I sold my dog, didn't even know it. But yeah, I recommend nobody take this medication. If you do, like you said, take it, go to bed.
Wow, he sold his
my
dog.
God.
That means he was driving on with that
Ambien.
stuff.
Yeah.
Saw a tree in the middle of the road.
Hallucinated a tree in the middle of the road?
And
Carries
Wade
his
did
stuff
have
and
the
he
dog
goes
with
straight to
him
bed.
and sold it that night, like that day on the Ambien. And then the next day, he's like, my dog is missing, and is putting up like posters in the neighborhood,
Right.
like, where's my dog?
Seriously.
Where's my dog?
That's not the
And
kind of
putting on
story we went for the
Instagram.
dog days of summer, that's for sure.
No.
Yeah, Dog Days of Summer is 8:20 this morning, and then 1:20 and 5:20. It is the summer of 2020 free, and we are spotlighting our furry friends and all of the shelters that need your help. If you want to add to your family, you can adopt a dog. We're going to spotlight a different place every day. Today is Special K's place, Special Pals. What time are they going to be on?
They should be this in the 7 o'clock hour. They'll be around. We're trying to figure out, make sure they get here because we got a Rose's update. Come up next, we're going to have people call in. Tell us your dog's name. We have to guess how they got the name. And Ryan wants to know if anyone names their dog like Steve.
Yeah. Has anybody got a human name for their dog?
Hey, Bob. Come here, Bob.
I have a human name for my dog.
Well,
Charlie.
I mean, but that's cutesy. I'm talking about like, here's my dog, Jacob. It's just weird.
It sounds like an accountant.
713-390-KRBE is our phone number. You can also text us at 37530. Tell us the name of your dog. We're going to guess how that dog got the name. Is
Yep, we're going to see how we can do it.
Okay. Butter.
Hey,
Cheese. You love to eat
KRB's
butter.
Roula and Ryan show to tell you what's going down in H-Town.
Okay, so it is brought to you by Duncan. Our streak of days with temperatures over 100 degrees has now reached 15 straight. Today will be 16.
Ooh.
The record stands at 24 back in 2011. I hope we don't break that record. It's just so hellishly
Welcome to
hot.
teachers
What number,
and kids back
what
in
number
school.
are we at now?
This will
18,
be
you
day.
said?
This will be day 16.
16.
So
All right.
if you're wondering, hey, my AC is not chilling as cold as it used to be. Well, AC units are built to handle temperatures up to 95 degrees outside. Houston obviously is topping that. AC technicians say it's a busy time of year with a lot of units struggling to keep up, especially with multiple days in a row in the hundreds. If a unit can keep your house in the low 70s, it's doing its job. So don't be bothering them. You know, like
It's true.
obviously it's like, you know, hey, my AC's not as cool as it normally is. Well, that's because it's 103 outside.
Yep.
114, really.
All right, that's what's going down in H-Town.
Okay, 713-390-KRBE. That is our phone number. Tell us the name of your dog, and we are going to guess how your dog got that name. And to Ryan's point, he'd like to know if you named your dog Jacob.
I still forget.
Charlie's too cute of a human name.
Oh, there's my dog
Maybe
Walter.
a not so cute
Same as
name.
Misty, but I can't remember why it's called.
Well, I guess
she's
I'll have
called.
to tell you next.
I can't remember.
Exactly.
Hopefully faster than the airplane story.
That story was so good. I'm going to use that as my Sam Spotlight.
You're a Marconi winner there.
713-390-KRBE. We'll talk to you next on the Roula and Ryan Show.